Hello and welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. Thanks to Jamie Singleton, Steve Furr and I are trying to do our best. I'm Bob Parcell and thanks for watching our show.
You bet, guys. We'd love for you to stop by our office. And if you're interested in buying or selling real estate, we'd love to visit with you. We hope this show, as we go through and we talk about some of the latest and greatest houses on the market, we hope this show is of some benefit to you. And like I said, if you are ever interested in buying or selling property, we'd love to visit with you here at Mountain to Lake Realty. We're located at 195 South Main Street. That is in Uptown Rocky Mount. We have someone located there, or someone is there in the office from 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday. So stop in and give us a call, or stop in and we'll be glad to visit with you about your needs from that standpoint. Bob, August is rolling right in. It's kind of a big week in that kids going back to school.
Yeah, it's some really nice weather this week, less humidity, and maybe in the 50s in the morning, so we get a little taste of fall, a little break from the unbelievably hot weather we've had this summer.
You bet.
It's great.
You bet. So, you got, I guess, thinking about going back to school, we need to remind everyone to, if you're on that morning commute, make sure you're paying attention for those school buses. You got any words of wisdom you want to share with the school folks? Bob, anything out there that you just want to?
Well, don't wish your life away. Enjoy school while you're there. And be my only advice, Steve. It's not so bad.
That's good stuff, Bob. Good stuff. So it's also been a big I'm going to call August as a big month for real estate, and we've had some changes take place amongst the, I guess you'd say, the way we do business as a realtor. And so maybe, Bob, we might just, those changes went in effect Saturday, so we might just briefly touch on those. I guess first thing comes to my mind is buyer agency agreement. Kind of our need to make sure we have that information, have that form signed from the get-go. Fair?
Yeah, that's you're right, Steve. I'd say it's probably the biggest change to the real estate industry in decades, but you're right. One of the biggest things is agents are now required, prior to showing a home, even a virtual tour, to have a buyer agent agreement signed by the buyer, disclosing what services you will provide, and potentially the buyer agent paying some of the compensation to the buyer's agent. And then I guess the other big change is the seller's offer of buyer compensation for a buyer's agent has been removed from the MLS. It still can be offered. And so I guess the thing to do is determine on a particular house what, if any, buyer agent compensation is being offered by the seller, and communicating that with your buyer to kind of see how it's all going to play out.
You bet.
But as a buyer, don't be startled when we are required to give you a piece of paper before you look at a home. That's not our rules. That's the National Association of Realtors rules that we must follow.
You bet. You bet. And guys, it's not from my standpoint. Talking about things like commissions. Commissions have always been negotiable. When we think about these agreements, these agreements have always been here. Agency has existed in Virginia for a while, so it's not a new thing, but it is the requirement to have that agreement in place prior to ever showing a home. As Bob said, one in person or virtually that's a new rule, a new stipulation that we've got to follow. We'll work through it. Again, it's one of those things, as Bob, we've talked about many times, buying or selling, having a conversation with a great realtor, sit down and let them walk you through the process, understand what's coming, the forms that are going to need to be signed, the agreements that are going to need to be worked through. Those are all important things that we think need to happen, and we think the wealth of knowledge at Mountain to Lake Realty, we'll be glad to walk you through that from the very beginning to the time we close. We'll be glad to walk you through all that and make sure that you're comfortable with what's said and what's going on.
And what Steve said, in my opinion, is critical, so that when we find a home of interest, you can just focus on the home and not all the documentation that goes with it. It's critical for us to meet with you so you understand all these other things. So when you find a home, we're focusing on the home and all these other things we've discussed, and they're not making the situation even more difficult to navigate through.
You bet, you bet. So, with that being said, Bob, I think we've got some more than one new home to talk about here that no one's seen before. So tell us about this great property on Walnut Grove.
Okay, it's an extremely updated home. It's in the Callaway area of our county, not far at all from Wade Rec Park. It has 5 acres in addition to the secluded setting and gravel driveway leading into it. It's a very usable 5 acres. You can come to a road to the right and access it off the back if you wanted to cut a tree or access your 5 acres. So it's very accessible. This is a one-owner home built in 2006. It's been extensively updated. The home features 1,352 square feet and all new flooring, new paint. The bathrooms have been extensively updated. It shows great, and the owners have done a great job getting this home ready. I hope the pictures that we took reveal that. But you have an open floor plan, again, 1,352 square feet, coming with a covered front porch, a good-sized kitchen and dining area. Nice open living room. It has a split bedroom design. As you can see here, the master or the primary bedroom suite has a nice walk-in closet. On the left is a sink and garden tub. See in this picture. On the right side is a new walk-in shower and vanity. There's the walk-in closet. Again, one level living with the washer dryer there on the entry level just off the garage. Updated baths as well in this area. This home shows very well LVP flooring throughout. Also has a nice detached 24 by 24 metal workshop / garage with power. Roughly 5 or 6 years old, you see in this picture. Lots of uses for this workshop. Again, this is a great location for this home with 5 acres. It's on Walnut Grove Drive in Callaway, not far from Wade Rec Park. Other than the nice yard, the vast majority of the 5 acres is wooded. I'm glad to give you more details to this home in Meadow Ridge Farms.
All right, so from the Walnut Grove area, we're going to head to Hillcrest Drive, and this is in the heart of Rocky Mount, actually in the town of Rocky Mount. You think about location and convenience. You guys can, within walking distance of the hospital, Harvester, post office. A lot of great. When you think about location, a lot of great things to discuss here in this home on Hillcrest Drive in Rocky Mount. You do see it brick exterior, which is when you think about maintenance on the exterior of a home, brick is about as low maintenance as you're going to find. This home features 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It does have a full walkout basement, 3,110 total square feet here with this home. We'll step inside. You get a chance to see the coziness here, this nice living room with the brick masonry fireplace that you can see here. It does have a formal dining room. Come around, here's the kitchen area. Tons of workspace here. Coming on around. A little bit more, another shot of the kitchen. All right. 3,110 total square feet. 1,555 feet here on the entry level. You've got all 3 bedrooms are on the entry level. Laundry is on the lower level. So go up and down the steps for the laundry, but everything else here is all on the entry level. This, of course, is downstairs. Downstairs you've got some additional family room space. You've got some unfinished storage area for a workroom or maybe a workout area, whatever, or for you keep some lawn equipment, other essentials down there ready to go. Here you can see that walkout basement. It does sit on 0.45 acres in the town of Rocky Mount. This is Hillcrest Drive in Rocky Mount. We're going to stay in Rocky Mount, and this land listing here, 5 acres on Story Creek Lane. It's a brand new listing. If you're not familiar where Story Creek would be, from Rocky Mount south on Main Street, you turn right on Scuffling Hill, up to the there, kind of up to the top on Scufflin Hill. Then you would turn left on Rakes Road, a right on Davis Mill, then a left on Falcon Ridge, and a left on Story Creek Lane. Very private area here in Story Creek. This is actually at the cul-de-sac. So when you think about neighborhoods and your interest in kind of being at a dead-end street, maybe you've got some small children, this is a great spot to be here on Story Creek Lane. You can see it's 5 acres. Majority of it is all wooded. Give you a nice, quiet, peaceful feel there, and lots of places for you to put your home here. Story Creek Lane in Rocky Mount.
Next we'll travel to a nice home in the Ferrum area. It's at the corner of Ingramville Road and King Richard. So you're very close to Philpott Lake, as well as all the amenities of Ferrum College. It is close enough to be on the public water system of Ferrum Water and Sewer Authority, which I think Western Virginia Water Authority may be taking over. This is a one owner home, a little over 1 acre lot that lays extremely well, very usable, well landscaped. It's a one owner home built in 1997. Features 1,478 square feet and attached 1-car garage. You can come in the brick front porch into the foyer, and off to your left is this very large dining area. Nice open floor plan. 1 level living, the laundry's off to the left, and a good sized pantry. A lot of updates to this home, including 2010 they put in a geothermal heat pump, 2016 a water heater. The kitchen countertops you see in this picture have been updated as well from the original construction in 1997. Here's a view from the dining area looking over towards this open floor plan to the living area. As I mentioned, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home with this half bath right off the foyer. Very nice primary suite with a good sized walk-in closet, garden tub, and shower. Again, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1 half bath on King Richard Road. That's with a Ferrum address, not far off from the college in Philpott Lake. As I mentioned, an attached 1-car garage and an extremely nice yard. Again, very well landscaped. Very nice homes. This home again is on the corner of Ingramville Road and King Richard Road.
All right, so from Ferrum, we're going to head to Roanoke on this listing, new listing here in Roanoke. It's actually in Roanoke City. It's in the subdivision of Oakdale. It's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. You do see the attached carport. It does have a full basement, so the total square footage is 2,268 feet. Some of the features in this home are hardwood floors. You've got a couple of fireplaces in here. You've got a large basement, unfinished basement downstairs, a huge fenced-in backyard that provides a great spot for the kids and the dog and the cat and everything to get out there and play. This is Florist Road in Roanoke, Virginia. As I mentioned, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Talked about those hardwood floors. You can see some of that there. Downstairs, it's wide open down there. There's that second fireplace we talked about. Talked about the backyard, but here's a shot from the back side of the home. Nice brick ranch home, low maintenance. As I mentioned, fenced-in backyard. This is Florist Road in Roanoke. Well, we're going to talk about, come back here to Franklin County, and this is on Independence Lane. And if you're not familiar, that would be in the Liberty Heights subdivision, 2.4 acres. It's a great, you think about subdivisions, Liberty Heights, it's a great subdivision, 2.4 acres. You're not far from Smith Mountain Lake. There in Liberty Heights, it's pretty private, very quiet area, not a lot of traffic in and around. Great spot for you to build your dream home here. You've got some terrific sunrise and sunset views here. You just got to decide just exactly where you want to position that home here on this 2.5 acre parcel. The well has been drilled and some soil work has been done. Give Naaman a call Glad to visit with you, give you some more details on this property on Independence Lane, and that's with the Wirtz address, not far from Smith Mountain Lake. You could be in the water in no time.
Next we'll travel to Coles Creek Road, where we'll find 16.7 acres. There's a Rocky Mountain address. It's unzoned land, not far at all from Wade Rec Park. This is the gate leading into the property. It's roughly a half-mile off Coles Creek Road. There's an easement to get to the property. It is cut over land. There's a nice spring on the property which offers pond potential, and there's some really good views. Be a great opportunity for a very private home site. Again, it's unzoned. Certainly be a great hunting property. There's been a lot of activity on it with this listing, and again, just really good views, a very private setting, and not too far at all from Rocky Mountain. So it's a pretty good combination of privacy and convenience. I think Steve has shown the property as well. It's some pretty good views there. I don't know if you walked it all, Steve, but there's some really good views.
You bet, Bob. I have walked it all, and there's some great spots there for a great home site or even a cabin. Kind of looking for a home away from home. It's a great spot for that there home on the Coles Creek Road.
Yep. There's the effects of the spring, so maybe you can get you a pond out of that. Has a lot of potential to have a very private place, not too far from Rocky Mountain. A lot of activity for this 16.7 on Coles Creek Road. That's going to be off of 6 Mile Post near Calico Rock Road.
All right. So from Coles Creek, we're going to head to Woods Edge. This new listing here, it's on 1.46 acres, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Does have a 2-car attached garage you can see here. But this home is immaculate. You got, when you think about things like tray ceilings, fireplaces, granite countertops, soft close cabinets. I mean, there's been a lot of effort gone into this home, and it shows extremely well. So we'll step inside and take a look. I do need to step back up just for a moment. If you're not familiar with where Woods Edge Drive is, well, if you were to come heading north on 122, you turn left on Angle Plantation, and then Woods Edge would be on your right. This road sits kind of between Wirtz Road and 122. Is where the Woods Edge subdivision is. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. You get a great shot of the granite, stainless steel, the soft close cabinets. A great little area here, the dining area, the breakfast nook, and then of course the dining area you see there. Look at that deck, man. Who wouldn't want to sit out there and enjoy the summer or the fall? Primarily a wooded subdivision. The Woods Edge would kind of indicate that a great place to take in some fall colors. Won't be long, Bob, we're going to be having that. Here's a shot of that master bathroom, a large master bedroom. 3,426 total square feet here. 3,426 total square feet. It does have a full walkout basement from that standpoint. But, your bedrooms, your 4 bedrooms, 3 of the 4 are on the entry level. There's 1 on the lower level. You've got laundry on the entry level. So if you're all about one level living, we've got the primary bedroom suite, we've got the garage, we've got the laundry, we've got all that on the entry level. Here we are coming down to the lower level now. Great place to hang out, entertain. Look at that, Bob. Don't you want to buy lemonade? Come on now. A great spot here in the office in the lower level. There's another full bath down there, plenty of storage. 3,426 total square feet. You can see the dry patio there under that large back deck we were talking about. But a great spot to hang out, entertain neighbors. Really convenient when you think about location. Woods Edge Drive, right off of Angle Plantation in Rocky Mountain.
Next we'll travel to the Pinhook for this home on Circle Creek Road. I would call this Snow Creek. Snow Creek does not have a zip code, but it has a Pinhook address. So you take the Sontag Road, take a left on Snow Creek Road, and then take a right on Circle Creek, and you'll find this home built in 1990 with vinyl siding on your right. 1,008 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Does have a full basement. There's a heat pump to heat and cool it. Very private area of our county, some tremendous views in Snow Creek. We have a beautiful county. There's some great views down in Snow Creek. It's a very rural area, convenient to Martinsville and Smith Mountain Lake. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,008 square feet in Pinhook on Circle Creek Road.
All right, well, we'll come to this new listing here on Bernard Road. And for most people are familiar with where Bernard Road would be, but for those that are not, Bernard Road is right off of School Board Road. If you return off of the main drag there in 40 at the Sheets, turn left there on the School Board Road, and then come under the train trestle, and then turn left here on Bernard. This home is on the other end of Bernard Road from the actual school board office, but great location. You couldn't ask for a better spot here. This is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath home. You do see the attached carport. 2,397 totals, almost 2,400 square feet, and it does have a full walkout basement. Just a great spot there. You can see some of the timbers here, gives you kind of that rustic feel in this home on Bernard Road. Coming around, you see the bedrooms, nice closet space there. Come downstairs, the lower level, see the laundry's down there. Lots of room here, 2,397 square feet. You've got 2 lots here. It's larger lots for you on Bernard Road. Plenty of room here to get out and stretch. It's Bernard Road in Rocky Mount. Here's a home that was on the market just a few days and then went pending. 4.88 acres, Glen Drive in Rocky Mount. This would be if you were to go south on 220, headed out of Rocky Mount towards Martinsville. Roughly, and I don't know exactly, but roughly, we'll say about 8 miles out of town, you will find this home or this property, Glen Drive. You would turn left on Glen Drive if you were headed south on 220. You turn left. Of course, if you're coming north, you turn right. Glen Drive takes you in here. This 4.88 acres, pretty private, quiet area. It's 1,956 total square feet here in this manufactured home. Folks started doing some renovation on it and decided that that wasn't the right fit for them. But it's been partially renovated, but it's ready for the next person to come in and make it their own. And, obviously, it didn't take long because this home was on the market just for a few days, and then went under contract. So hopefully it'll close as scheduled. But this is Glen Drive in Rocky Mount.
This will travel this nice home on Mountain View Avenue. It's off of Orchard. It is under contract, went so quickly. The owners did a lot of great things to this home. They were real smart in how they approached prior to listing. It shows very well. It's 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. Has a nice detached garage as well, but updated windows and blinds, hardwood floors, updated countertops, fresh paint. Not the least bit surprised at this price. This home went under contract so quickly, and we hope it closes as scheduled next month. Next we'll travel to Story Creek Lane. Steve showed you a 5-acre tract a few minutes ago. Story Creek is a little bit west of Rocky Mount off Davis Mill and Rakes Road. 6+ acres. It actually borders the creek itself. This is an extremely nice home with over 2,380 square feet. All on the first floor. There's a nice family room in the lower level, 720 square feet. So this 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home has total finished square footage over 3,100. One of the nicest features, I think, is this nice cathedral ceiling and beams in this family room. One of 2 masonry fireplaces. And it's kind of a secluded setting, and all the rooms on the back of the house lead out to over 540 feet of decking, so you can take advantage, have some good outdoor living. Coming to the foyer off the left, it's a nice office. Also has a formal dining room you see in this picture, and again, that door leads out to the decking. through the door you see there leads to an attic. So we have a big rain event. It's nice to go up there and not only for storage, but to check on everything before it gets to be a real problem. Updated kitchen, which shows you the formal dining room with a parquet floor. Here's a good sized breakfast area. Also has a laundry on the entry level, so you have one level of living. Again, it's a 4-bedroom home. This primary bedroom suite has a walk-in closet, very large bath as well. Again, on the back of the home, it leads to the deck. 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths and a half, all on one level. A couple of the bedrooms are currently used as offices. You come in off the attached 2-car garage with a nice mud room. Laundry on the right, half bath you see here on the left. Good family room in the basement. As I mentioned, there's an entry 2-car garage, there's a lower 1-car garage, and this workshop you see here. Certainly a great place for a workshop. This is a really nice home. It shows extremely well. It's in really good shape. Again, this is on Story Creek Lane with 6+ acres. Good view of the back of the home.
All right, so from Story Creek Lane, we're going to Ballpark Road. So if we were to head out of Rocky Mount, so down 40 East into towards Redwood, you turn right on Chestnut Hill and a left on Ballpark, and this property would be out there on your left. 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and the unique features of this home, you've got primary bedroom suite on the entry level as well as a primary bedroom suite on the upper level. So it makes it a unique spot. You've got 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 1,000 square feet total here. Sets on 0.46 acres. Really nice as far as very flat, gentle sloping area. Great spot for a garden. I talked about come in on the entry level. The kitchen, dining room, living room area. Here is the primary bedroom on the entry. Of course, the primary bathroom on the entry level. Go upstairs for primary bedroom and bath up there. A unique property here on Ballpark Road, 0.46 acres in Rocky Mount.
Next we'll come back to Diamond Avenue. This home was under contract, now it's back on the market. It's close enough to be on the public water system for the town of Rocky Mount. It's outside the town limits, but it's 1,064 square feet on the first level, has a full basement with an attached carport you see in this picture. 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, some wood floors. Shows very well though. I'm not sure if it's a one-owner home, but the current owner has had it for quite a while. Built in 1964. Very usable lot. You're just located just outside the town limits of Rocky Mount off Diamond Avenue. Good view of the back of the home. You see in this picture, there's a heat pump. It has central cooling and an oil furnace. Nice brick home on Diamond Avenue.
Here's a property that went under contract relatively quickly. 23.5 acres up at Truvine Road. 3 bedrooms, 1 full bath. It's a little over 1,000 total square feet in the home. One of the really nice features of this listing is that 23.5 acres lays that acreage is very usable. It doesn't get too steep on any one end. Very nice. A large garden spot there behind the house. 23.5 acres here on Truvine Road. Under contract pretty quickly, Bob. So from Truvine, we're going to head to Casey's Lakeview. We're going to wrap things up with this. This 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost 2,200 total square feet. You can see the nice deck area there. Great spot for you to take in 110 feet of water frontage that exists here on Casey's Lakeview Drive. It is in Moneta. It is in the county of Bedford. But, we'll give you more details about this on next week's show. But we certainly appreciate you all joining us this evening. And Bob, thank you for being a part of this show. We'll see you next time on the Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase.